What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Gardening with Barchuckin. Well, this is the natural bedding bin. It's actually been 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks because I went down to visit my brother and I kind of ran out of time to check on the bins. But that's okay. As you can see, this side has been harvested now. Basically, I just pushed all the castings over this way at first, added the new bedding and the feeding over here. These castings kind of dried up some. There was no worms crawling around, so I just scooped all that out and put it into my retaining bin. So we'll check to see if there's any food, which there shouldn't be after the 3 weeks, but just to see, there's definitely some moisture still in the middle there. And if you can kind of notice, there's dry leaves up top, but a lot of the material down at the bottom is actually kind of broke down, you know? So these guys are doing a heck of a job. Wow, and it's not looking like too much longer before that could be really harvested. With this having the grooves, I really like getting down and scraping, just to try to get some air incorporated into everything. So I do have some fresh bedding that I'm going to add right now. As you can see, this is the top of the bin right here. So I kind of went a little crazy. These are all dry, so I'm definitely adding a good bit of moisture. Oh, got a little excited, banged into it. I did a quick switcheroo with how the bin was set up, because it's easier. This is where I have my kneeler, so it's easier for me to work on this side. I'm going to take some fresh bedding and add it here. We had some shredded lettuce that went ahead and went bad, so that's getting added to the feeding area. And then a pretty healthy feeding there. This is the pulp from my brother's juicer into the feeding area. I like to go ahead and add the ground eggshells, and with a whole bunch of fresh bedding, I'm actually going to add some eggshells to the new section. Now I try to always make sure that I cover the food with the castings, so I'm okay pulling a little bit of the fresh bedding in there, but I definitely want to get all the castings to cover those food scraps as best as I can. And then to the top of the feeding, I'm going to go ahead and add the worm chow. The worm chow will give the worms something to eat right now as the iceberg lettuce unthaws and that pulp starts getting inundated with the microbes and the biology from the bin, the worms will eventually get after that, but at least at first they can go after some of that worm chow. And as I said, I don't have a marker on this one, but the side that has the double fold is typically the area that I feed. Hopefully I can get back to this in 2 weeks so we can see how well this other side's breaking down also, and see if we still have a little pocket of worms in that feeding area. Well, thanks for coming along, checking out the video. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop them down in the comments below.